Hello everyone, I am the Enthusiastic Futurist, and today I'm going to be telling you how to colonize Venus. Let's dive right in.
Wait, why should we colonize Venus instead of another planet, like Mars?
Well, because Venus is close enough to Earth that it doesn't take much fuel to get there, relatively speaking, and it has a similar gravity to Earth. So, what kind of colony are we talking about? Well, any kind really. A colony of about a dozen people or a city of thousands of people. But isn't Venus super hot? Yes, Venus is super hot. The surface can reach 467 degrees Celsius. Doesn't lead melt at that temperature? How are you going to keep humans alive? Well, we won't be putting them on the surface. You see, if the surface is too hot for them, then don't put them there. Isn't that simple logic? At 55 to 60 kilometers, the atmosphere is just right for a habitat to float. Float? How are they going to float? Won't they just fall down to Venus? Well, no. The atmosphere is pressing down on the surface at 93 bar. That's 91.7 times Earth's atmospheric pressure. Wait, pause. I don't feel any pressure from Earth's atmosphere right now. 91.7 times won't be as much, right? Wrong. Earth's atmosphere is pressing down on you at 14.6 pounds per square inch. Your body has evolved to press outward with equal force. Okay, keep going. Alright, so the atmospheric pressure on Venus is so high that a habitat with normal Earth pressure would implode. As you ascend into Venus's atmosphere, it gets thinner and thinner until, at one point, the atmosphere pressure is just as the same as Earth's pressure, which you would have inside your habitat, so the habitat would float. So, how does that make a habitat float? Well, for something to float, you need to have the same pressure inside and outside. If not, then if it has larger pressure outside, then it will implode, and if the pressure inside is greater, then it will explode. But at around 55 to 60 kilometers, the pressure is equal, so it will float and not implode or explode. But won't it fall because of Venus's gravity? No, the principle here is the same as weather balloons. If the habitat and air inside it is lighter than the area it displaces, then it will rise. If it's the same, it will float, and if it's less, then it will fall. Okay, so you're just going to drop a habitat on Venus and hope it stops falling? That doesn't seem safe with people on board. You're right that it doesn't seem safe, but we could drop it uncrewed and then with parachutes, and then wait for the habitat to float, and then cut the parachutes, and then send our crew in. Alright, I see. But doesn't Venus have toxic rain that can eat through metal? Yes, it does, but since our cities are floating, they will be above the clouds. Makes sense. But what about the winds? Won't they just push the city around? Yeah, it will, but is that a problem? Can't they just surf the wind? Right, and we can add as many cities as we want, right? Right. That, my friend, is how to colonize Venus. Okay, you convinced me. We should have a colony on Venus. Thank you for your time, Enthusiastic Futurist. This guy's really good. You should subscribe to him. He publishes one video every Friday.